Hello there, this is Kyle Ferrill from the Balanced Singer podcast. I'm reading the fabulous book Smarter, Faster, Better by Charles Duhigg, who also penned the excellent The Power of Habit. I was inspired to write about one portion that rang true for me, and that portion is about goal setting. For me, teaching has always been more than about teaching my subject matter. And at the risk of sounding corny, I care very deeply about my voice students learning to sing better. But what really gets me fired up is when, through music, they learn lessons that they can transfer throughout their lives. When I reflect on my own training in music, that's the primary place I learned discipline, punctuality, teamwork, persistence, resilience, grace, etc., etc. Now, of course, I also learned how to analyze chords and what a 32nd note was versus a 16th note, and how to put French poetry into IPA, and what Peter Warlock's given name really was. But it's these deeper, abiding lessons that really stick with me and that fill me with delight when my students espouse them. So, back to Charles Duhigg. Duhigg discusses two types of goal setting that will most likely be familiar: SMART goals and stretch goals. If you're not familiar with SMART goals, it's an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. He shares a few anecdotes that point out that while SMART goals can be terrific motivators for short-term success, they can be limited in expanding beyond the near term. He then discusses stretch goals, meaning goals that seem like they are unreasonable from the present position. And, spoiler alert, he arrives at the fact that if we come up with stretch goals but then apply SMART methodology to them, meaning that we break them down and set sub-goals, then we have married the power of SMART goals and stretch goals into a powerful amalgam that can have incredible results. So here's an example that I think will illustrate. He uses, what is your stretch goal? To run a marathon. What is a specific sub-goal? Run 7 miles without stopping. How will you measure success? Twice around the park, no walking. Is this achievable? Yes, if I run 3 times a week. Is this realistic? Yes, if I wake up early on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. What is your timeline? Run 3 miles this week, 4 miles next week, 5 miles the week after, etc., etc. So you see how the stretch goal of running a marathon is broken down tidily into a shorter term goal of running 7 miles without stopping. And of course, we can intuit how we'd go beyond that. So, dear listener, my challenge for you is to pick a stretch goal that would be meaningful in your life, apply the SMART rubric to it, and see what results follow. Perhaps it's learning Winterreise, but breaking it down into 4 song chunks that you learn over the next 6 weeks. And you can take that and apply it to anything you might have in your life that would be meaningful to you and a useful change in your life. Well, I hope this has been helpful. Again, I'm Kyle Ferrill with the Balanced Singer podcast. Thank you.